Yeah, that's what every time it's time for us to sing, we like,
Just what? Just what, Kenny? Just what?
Just saying, dog. We was in our zone, and you told us we was on, and we believed you.
We were on. We just anyway. CMPRadio.net. This is the morning meeting, and we are live from Nerds Family Kitchen. What's the address now?
1301 Edgemont Avenue.
What you cooking?
Everything.
Everything.
I'm just waiting for my breakfast right now.
And we just had a turkey scrapple, turkey sausage, potatoes,
What's scrapple?
turkey.
What is scrapple?
The ends of the whatever it's scraps.
All the scraps.
Put
All the
together.
scraps put together. Yeah, so it's the intestines,
The eyeballs, the tongue,
the colon, all that good
the
stuff.
hooves, everything.
Everything. The claws, scraps.
It's so disgusting. Look,
But it's good.
is it?
Is it?
Okay, if
has
that's
to
how
be.
you feel.
Right? You don't think so?
I don't want
Why
it.
not?
I've never had scrapple in my life.
Oh man.
No, I'm fine with that. Yep.
Yeah. Step around. Absolutely. So what's up, Kenny? How you feeling?
That's the wrong one.
I'm actually feeling pretty good. Thinking about becoming a teacher.
You gonna become a teacher?
Oh wait, I am a teacher. Damn.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about becoming a teacher at one of the schools.
Yeah.
Saying that so many of them aren't working right now.
Yeah, 23 teachers, bro. 23 teachers call off.
I need that to be explained.
23. So I'm hoping, in my hopes, that they called off because it was Black Girl Day off on Friday. I'm honestly hoping that that's why those 23 teachers took it upon themselves to call off. Like, I feel like 23 teachers is a lot of teachers. That's like all the teachers in the whole district. I mean, in the whole school.
That's
at
not the
this
whole
point.
That's not all the teachers.
In the school, in Chester High School.
23? That's it?
23.
Only have 23 classes.
I think so.
Are you sure that the 23 called off?
23 teachers. They had all the kids in the library. They had all the kids in the library. They had all the kids or in the cafeteria or the gym or the auditorium or wherever. Not to mention half the chairs in the auditorium is broke. I mean, here we go back on Chester High School, man. But I will say I had a conversation at that counter over there, and they said, because it was crazy because someone from a different district asked me why did all of our teachers call off. And I'm like, well, how do you know? And they said, I mean, everybody puts it on social media. So, like, why are we the first ones to, like, have to tell the business? Here we go back at that again. Like, we are the first ones to tell all of the business. That's crazy, right?
Because it gets the likes.
It gets the likes.
It gets the views.
Yeah, y'all kids sitting in the library. Go
Right.
pick them up then.
Right.
That was a perfect place for them to be, though, the library. Pick up a book. Get a book.
They don't have no books in the library.
They
When's the
got
last
some in
time
there.
you been in Chester High
They got
Library?
some in there. They in the back, off to the left. They in the back, off to the left.
There
It's
is
like all
encyclopedias.
No, I ain't seen none of that. Well, you know what? I'm wrong because one of my neighbors donated encyclopedias to the high. So I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them placed in there, but they are in the back, off to the left.
Off to the right.
The left.
The left.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
I said it 5 times. In the back, off to the left.
Okay.
Why would
Sorry.
you? But, yeah.
Anyway.
I got you.
What?
So, are you sure they didn't just take off because of whatever holiday that was?
So I feel like I want to say that that's what they did. They called off because it was Black Girls Day off. And, of course, we have predominantly black
What
teachers.
happened? Do they have a white girls' day off?
Well, they take off whenever they want without penalty.
It's every day.
No, but do they have? Would,
Like, is
would
it
black
specific
people be
day?
offended if y'all paid for your kids to go to like a white school and one day they had white girls' day off?
They would absolutely be
They
offended
would be offended, right?
because they paid for them to go there. To self, you use the word paid. So if I pay for my child to
I mean,
get
you pay.
education,
We pay for the kids to have an education here. I'm just saying,
Where?
tax wise,
where
huh?
we pay it.
Where do we pay our taxes at? We had this
What?
conversation last week about
So,
taxes. Your
again-
taxes
We
go
did.
to school.
Where?
Portion of your taxes go to school.
Yeah, it's called the school tax.
No,
How
no.
many people?
No,
act-
no. You don't have to pay school taxes to pay school taxes.
It's any
We
tax.
talked about this yesterday. I'll pull it back up for you. if you
Yeah,
want me
that's
to. I
Go
can
ahead and
Google
pull
it
it
for
up. Because I know it's a
you. Your
it's
regular
set up.
taxes.
You talking about your
portion of
employee
it-
taxes?
All taxes.
Are you
All
talking about
taxes
your
that are
employment
collected by the
taxes?
government, right? All of them.
Are you talking
a
about your
portion of that
employment?
goes to schools.
Are you talking about your employment taxes or the taxes that you pay?
I'm talking about the state taxes, state tax sale.
Yeah, I'm talking about just
So you
regular
telling me I'm
property
paying
tax.
taxes twice?
Yeah, we pay
Yeah,
tax 3
you're paying
times.
school taxes
The 6
twice.
cents that they charge you on a dollar,
Right.
school taxes, property taxes, and then employment taxes.
And that's all. That's going to the school that.
It's going to the school that doesn't have anything. It's going to the school that doesn't get anything, and we're cool with that. We're okay with that. We pay taxes,
we pay
and we're okay with the school not having anything.
Okay.
That's not how it works.
Okay. Well, apparently not the superintendent, but apparently the receiver of Chester Upland School District is also okay with us not having anything.
Why?
Seems as though they had a meeting the other day to state that they wanted to stop the partnership with the charter schools or something. I might be wording this wrong. So they wanted to stop whatever business they had going on with the charter schools. And he got on the stand and was opposed to it. So they were supposed to have several witnesses that were supposed to get up there and tell exactly why we should no longer do business with the charter schools. And because they're taking such a great percentage from the budget
Right.
for the actual public school system
Right.
for Chester Upland School District. And he was the only one up there that got up there to speak, which was completely unfair
Unfair to who?
to Chester Upland School District. And plus everyone that was there. So everyone came to say their piece, speak their piece, to explain why they wanted certain questions asked, they wanted certain things to be said, and Mr. Nichols, good old Mr. Nichols, whoo,
You think Mr.
ain't
Nichols?
not feast.
You think he said
Maybe
that?
he gonna be the next one that's gonna pop in the nerds. Like, no, that's not what happened. That we really couldn't get into the money situation because we gotta allocate money to certain situations. Well, what are the situations? Like, please explain it to
Situations
me. Like,
are far. They're
where y'all
far and
keep,
wide.
what are y'all doing with this money?
You know they
I'm
still-
being
I
honest.
only found that out from white folks.
What?
Right.
That's what I was telling you. I was only telling you that because I found that out from white folks. White folks was
Well,
snapping.
I thought Gio said it last week.
No, I'm the one that told you. I'm the one that handed him the thing to show it to him.
Oh.
Yeah, but I found it out from my white friends.
Prayers up for Gio. Hopefully he's feeling better today.
Absolutely.
It's hard being sick, but yeah. So they had the court hearing under Judge Dozer, who was 100% against Nafi speaking on certain situations. It was an open court, so it's not like it was a closed court and someone leaking the information. It was an open court.
I mean, but isn't Nafi supposed to speak about those things if he's the receiver?
Judge Dozer specifically said in 3 instances that they weren't going to allow him to answer certain questions. I'm not going to allow him to answer that.
So what do you think is the plan? If they were to get rid of
Keep on taking the money from the system
No.
and acting like we doing work.
if they were to get rid of the charter schools, where would the kids go to school?
Back to the schools that's open here. That's not overpopulated.
But they have overpopulated schools.
Which one?
You got Toby Farms. You got Main Street.
It's overpopulated.
You got Toby. It's a lot of people in Toby. I don't know if it's overpopulated. I don't know the
and they not
number, so
using
I'm
half
not
the
going to
building.
say. But you got Toby Farms. You got Main Street.
Not using half the
You got
building.
Stetzer.
Not using half the
You
building.
got Widener, the old school that used to be Widener
Still
Partnership.
got space.
And then you got all the other kids that go to the charter school. I'm talking about
But
little
they all still
kids.
have space. That's the thing. They all still have space. See, the charter schools aren't overpopulated. They don't have 28 to 30. They don't have more than 28 kids in their classrooms. If I'm correct.
Right.
So they have less than 28 when the school district probably now is running on a 17 classroom size. Or whatever the case may be. However, I feel like we should part ways with the charter school. It should have never been a thing. We should have been revamping our elementary schools that were here and our middle schools and allowing our public school systems to still be it was. I know I wasn't one of the ones who went to Harrisburg who thought that was a good thing. No, I wasn't, because when you look at some of these kids, when you take them out of these school systems and put them in another school district, they can't keep up. There's no way. Their curriculum their way of teaching is different. I'm just saying. It's my
So you
opinion.
saying no charter schools, back to regular school?
Back at the regular school, yeah. They all should have been under the whole public school system anyway. It shouldn't have been a divide.
What about that? Is the school up there in Chester Township, is that a charter school? The one that's
Yeah.
not the one that's on Highland Avenue, the one that's like past Concord Road.
That's
Back
a
there near the
charter
old
school.
bread
That's Charter
place.
West.
yeah.
I like that school.
Charter West. You got the one in the back in the Aston that will be considered part of the Aston campus.
Right.
You got Upland campus. Like how we got more charter elementary schools than we have public school system elementary schools. That's
Oh,
weird.
You got 4.
That was when your homegirl was coming in here trying to make us a whole
you don't
charter
think- you don't think that
situation, and
so-
you just give her a chance. Not for tea. You don't know what she's going to do.
Because sometimes
Just
you have to
her
give people a chance to show
I'm
themselves.
gonna give a person a chance to tell me a bold-faced lie to my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It happens all the
No,
time.
We already had her little everything written down before she got here. She was gonna. I'm not gonna make you guys charter. That is not my intention.
Did she make us? We was already charter. She didn't add another charter
question.
school.
You don't
She
think
was
they're
trying to
doing a
show
good
you
job?
If anything,
You don't think their schools are doing a good job? The charter schools are compared to the Chester schools?
No,
why would you say that?
because I don't.
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah,
you ain't gotta
Yeah,
get
I
all
was just-
nasty
I-
with
you ain't
me.
gotta- I was just asking.
I don't.
Shit.
I don't think that the kids are learning in the proper manner. I watch some of them do homework. I watch them graduate from 8th grade and then go. They get scholarships to go to these high schools,
And they can't keep
and they
up.
can't keep up.
Scholarships. To
I'm
go
gonna
to high
say-
school. You gotta
College
pay to go to high school now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
you wanna go to,
Catholic school.
Catholic school.
You want to go to
okay.
They have
Cardinal
a
O'Hara,
partnership.
Archbishop Carroll.
They have a partnership. They send these kids, and then them kids they can't keep up. Their curriculum is not the same. And
Let's say,
no.
can we say this? Maybe
What?
it should
No,
start.
We can't say nothing.
Maybe it should start at home for real, for real.
Yeah, well, you
Right?
say it.
If you give your kids an option to read and you read to your children, then your children will know how to read. You can't not read to your kids at all and then send them to school and think they're going to just pick it up because some stranger's giving it to them. It has to start at home. That's where it starts at, with everything. And if it doesn't start at home,
Everybody says that it starts at home.
it does.
The start at home is like the basics, guaranteed. That's the basics.
It's not just
We
the
live in a
basics.
world that is so judgmental nowadays. Bro, I don't remember learning shit at home but manners. I didn't learn how to read at home. I learned how to read when I got to kindergarten.
Nobody
'Cause I didn't go
nobody read to
preschool.
you at night?
No.
Right.
I didn't learn any of that at home. I didn't learn how to write my name at home. I learned my letters because they taught you the alphabet and the numbers.
Yeah,
I learned
think
my
each
colors.
household different.
I didn't learn all of that stuff.
Each household is different.
Okay, each household is different, but I don't think that that's something that we can't keep using it as an excuse to say
have
that
to.
the public school system is not supposed to teach our kids. That's bull.
We have to because
No,
the
we
public
don't
school,
have to.
The public school,
That's the problem.
The public
because
school
we think
system.
that we have to. And so they get away with so much. As a child, they gave us blocks. They taught us colors. They gave us the numbers. They gave us the letters. They didn't teach us. They didn't teach you how to read at home when you were going to
So
elementary
whose
school.
fault is that?
That's not our fault. It's still not our fault at the same time. You can't say that everybody want everything to start at home so bad.
Has
so
to.
So then when we get to school,
Yeah.
when you get to school, you're so smart they don't have to teach you anything.
No, it's not
Or you're
just-
so dumb they don't want to teach you anything. At the end of the day, they still are supposed to help, and they're not doing
Absolutely.
their part.
Because the
So you
parents
can't
aren't
say that
doing
it
their
starts
part.
at home. Miss Velat was my kindergarten teacher.
Right.
Miss Velat taught me how to write my name. She taught me how to identify the letters that go with the alphabet. She taught me the colors.
But
She
times
taught
is
me the
different now,
numbers.
though.
Okay, the
I'm
times
just
is
saying
different.
times is
but still
different.
don't keep saying that it starts at
It-
home.
part of
like
it does
these
start at
teachers are
home,
not
though.
supposed to teach you these things.
I'm not saying it like the teachers aren't supposed to teach you anything. I'm just saying I do believe it starts. I don't know. Everybody grew up in a different household. My household but this is with the era of the time though. In the 80s, like one thing I see that isn't in stores now, right? Back in the 80s, you would go in a store, in a market, in a Rite Aid, Family Dollar, right? They had these learning books for kids. Remember where you would write your letters
Right, right,
and you would do your math and all that?
Right.
So you had that to have at home or whatever. And yeah, my parents did. When I was a kid, my mom read to me before I went to sleep. But I was raised different. I was raised in my dad's store. I learned numbers early. You feel me? Every day when I got out of school, I was doing numbers all day. I was working at a register all day. So I was learning at home also. You go to church.
Also.
You go to look. No, I'm just saying. You go to church.
Keyword,
church.
also.
You got to read all the time. They got you reading in Bible study. They got you reading the Bible. You're reading hymnals. And then you go to school, and it was supposed to add to what you kind of add and advance you.
I think
No,
it's,
home adds into what they teach you in
I
school.
think it's real.
Because if you come from a family background who weren't educated, the dad left work in sixth grade, so they don't have the educational background to give to you, or the mom had to stay home and help with the family. If you come from that type of structure, then school is your key of learning. School is the way that you learn. Them teachers are getting a fucking
When you
pass
first come out the
nowadays.
womb, are you in school?
No, you're not. In
Then
the
your
first 5
foundation
years,
starts at home.
But we're talking about the educational system at this point. It's not about. My mom can't teach me geometry.
Yes, she
my
can.
mom can. No, she cannot.
yes, you can.
That's your opinion.
She teaches you geometry every day.
No, she does not.
she do.
You don't. You can't say that.
If you're teaching your child,
You can't say that.
so basic knowledge is
We're
understanding
giving these
that.
teachers passes. We
No,
telling
'cause
them
we're
they don't
giving
really have
parents
to teach
passes.
us because the parents is not doing what they're supposed to do
Right.
at home. You got parents. I know a girl right now who can't read past the 5th grade level. What the fuck is she teaching her kid? Tell me what she teaching.
She's learning how to read with her kid.
No,
Pick up the
she's
little
learning-
books and
now
learn how to
she's
read with your
learning how to
kid.
read.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
what is she teaching them though?
That you can learn even if you don't know.
Listen, you all right? Either way, is the teachers are supposed to teach you. I know what Miss Velat taught me. I remember all the way back to kindergarten what that lady, her passion for teaching. She is now the principal over here at the Douglas School, and she's been there for years. Her passion for teaching was something different. What them kids didn't learn at home, or what their parents weren't willing to teach them at home. That babysitting program, that's what that school system became.
So they're reinforcing.
Chester Upland School District is not trying to teach our kids nothing. Half the teachers don't know half the stuff that they need to know anyway to teach the kids. So that's why they get such a
when
great
you went
pass.
when you went to high school, right? Mm-hmm. Did you feel the same way about the teachers that you feel right now?
No, I had older teachers.
You had
I had
older
teachers that loved to do what they did.
Right.
I had teachers who wanted to be a teacher.
And then what happened? Your generation just said, "Fuck teaching. We're not going to teach anybody." And then now we don't have no teachers at all.
Our generation wanted to then be nurses, and they wanted to be. It was
ain't got no
outside of
nurses
the
either.
We do have nurses.
No, we don't.
Okay,
They hiring
I
like
know.
crazy.
Yeah, because they need more of them.
No.
But that's because they give you different avenues and different ways of being nurse and being a nurse now. You could be the travel nurse. You could be it's just different things. But back to we give these teachers too many passes. We tell them that you don't have to educate my kids. Yes, you do have to educate my kid. You don't have to do this. I'll do it. No, you can't do it. That homeschool system is a freaking hoax. That is a hoax. They put your kid in front of a computer and tell them that's how they're going to learn.
I believe
There's no
I believe
interactive
the
learning
new
at all.
system of parenting more so alienates the teachers. Like y'all don't support the teachers, y'all
At all.
alienate them more.
At all.
Well, these
Back in the
teachers
day
is
when I
kids.
here I go, I just got to be an old head and say when I was in school, if my teacher hit me, my dad came to the school and hit me right
too.
after the
Right.
teacher.
Fact.
Right.
And said, "Thank you for disciplining my kid."
Right.
If my teacher corrected me, but by the time my dad got there, he bust my ass and he said, "What did my son do?"
Right.
And he didn't yell at the teacher. He said, "Thank you for putting my son in his place.
Mm-hmm.
He won't do it again." He held me up in front of the school,
Right.
in front of the class, and he said, "Tell him." And then I had to go home and write a letter back to the teacher how I
Right.
apologize and bring an apple and all that.
Absolutely.
Now, not all the parents, but a lot of parents I see, as soon as the kid texts them while they're in school, this teacher
Yeah,
being smart to me.
Texting, how
Text
you
them up.
texting? We had a phone at the office.
Yeah.
And if you had a phone on the floor that you was in, it was in that first classroom when you came down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
These teachers get away with a lot, but the parents get away with a lot too. The parents don't have no respect for the teachers because the teachers are so young. How can I go in there and let you chastise my child? You the same age as her sister. She looking at you like,
But she's not a teacher.
I get
I am a
smart.
teacher. It's about the position that they play, right?
who's not a teacher?
The sister is the teacher. You said she's the same
The
age as
sister is not the teacher, but the
Right.
teachers don't even have the credentials to be teachers here in Chester.
because we
Upland
don't
School
have
District.
enough people wanting to be teachers.
Well, they ain't paying enough money either.
Back in the day when Cheney was popping and Lincoln was popping, there were black people from the city of Chester that grew up in the city of Chester that said I wanted to be teachers, like Miss Glover, like Miss Tucker, like Miss Blackwell. You feel me? Those were the last original teachers. There are no teachers like them. There are a few. I'm going to say there are a few. There are a few people. There's more than a few. There's a lot of people in the city of Chester that want to be teachers, but they don't make enough money. So I say for teachers, firefighter, police, they
See you
need
later,
to be,
Bubba Aunt.
they need to be getting paid like the football players and the basketball players, man. At least 100,000, at least, like because it's stressful to be in that school dealing with them kids. Then you got to deal with their parents,
Yeah.
and then you got to deal with the kids because they come back and they talk about my dad gonna come up here. Now I'm looking for the dad, and I got to look for the son and his crew.
Yeah, it is a lot,
very
but we can't
interesting.
keep saying that it's okay. I just saw somebody say that you telling me the kids don't know how to read or write cursive. That's crazy that we allowed them to remove that. And if we're
don't
gonna
want-
go a little bit further, they can already take Black History out if we vote for the wrong person.
What I'm saying, if they already,
So
if they removed cursive handwriting, they already removed a part of history.
They did.
Absolutely.
Because your kid won't be able to
go
read
ahead, go ahead.
half the documents that
that
were
are being that were written back
that were
in
written,
the day.
yeah.
And
So they
that's
won't be
the
able to see
reason.
certain. They won't be able to read certain laws. They won't be able to read certain. You know what I mean?
Not even read it. They won't even know that the things exist.
They would just look at it like a scribble
It's
scrap.
nothing. It's nothing. I ain't never heard of that. We're so removed from the past, bro. So I went to the African American History Museum this Saturday in Washington. That joint
is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's
I
amazing.
I walked out of there thinking, who are our leaders? Who do black people follow? We can't follow nobody because we look at every situation and say, oh, no, he used to do this or he
They
used
follow
to do that.
Instagram. That's the God
Listen,
honest truth that
Instagram,
y'all don't want to hear.
YouTube, Google,
Social media, that's
say,
what they follow
say they
now.
give you everything. TikTok tell you everything: how to cook, how to clean, how to fix things, all kinds of stuff. And they are proud of that. No, TikTok told me to make it. Oh no, TikTok told me to do it. Did you see on TikTok the other day? And it's so crazy because that's their go-to. We had to look things up in the book. They got it right at the palm of their hand. And don't get me wrong, how you learn is how you learn. And what does it for you is what does it for you. But at the same time, like, bro, what about the books? What's going on with the books? The books
they in
don't even
Columbus.
exist. They taking the books and printing it off and taking stuff off.
She got a bread?
Shout out my eggs too hard. I said over medium.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's
Sorry.
go.
Sorry,
I take them
Alex.
though, okay? You just put them on the plate, get them back to
Oh
me.
yeah, you can bring me that back if you want. But yeah, like it's like the kids, our kids are lacking in so many ways, and everybody just want to keep saying it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. No, collectively, it's all of our fault.
Ooh.
100%, because all of us are dropping the ball.
Say that again.
It's
Say,
all of our fault.
Say that again.
It's all.
Say that
I ain't
again.
gonna keep on saying.
No,
it.
I just want people to understand what accountability look like. That's accountability. It's all of our fault. Not it's men's fault or it's women's fault. It's all of our fault.
It's
Right?
everybody's fault.
Everybody
It's
plays
not
a
about
part
who
in this
left the home
situation,
and
bro.
who stayed and it's everybody's
God
fault altogether. And the fact that I was on the phone with somebody who's been incarcerated for over 25 years. They've been incarcerated for over 25 years. And I was talking to them on the phone. Do you know they didn't even know that you can't stay in the doctor's room with your 11-year-old and up child?
Boy, I was pissed when they told me that. I ain't going nowhere. What you mean? Your daughter had no, she does. If I pay,
It's no right. I paid for this room. She didn't. That's how I'm talking to him now. You out your mind. Well, then you leave. I'ma stay. I paid for the room for the hour that I'm here. And he was like, what do you think the disconnect is? I said, the disconnect is we no longer discipline our children because we aren't allowed. We no longer raise our children because we aren't allowed. It's like crazy. And the fact that we aren't allowed to raise and discipline a child or a person that we gave birth to, we reproduce to produce this child. And we don't have any rights to the upbringing of the child.
At all.
It's like I got a call on the phone. Hey, do you think it's okay if I change the color of my child's hair today?
No.
Like I have to call and ask for permission. And then these teachers, these mandated reporters, they make it even worse. You see the slightest indifference in the child, and you make it as if the parent is
It's
not being
abusing
a
them.
parent.
Right.
You're telling me, like, y'all, it's like we are all failing these kids. These kids you can't touch them
discipline
unless you
them.
got an open hand.
You can't discipline them.
You can't discipline them. You can't chastise them because you can't yell at them above a certain octave level.
Then you wonder why they come into school talking about
Yeah.
sticking up their middle fingers in class. I'm
Talking
like,
to you like, what you gonna do? They want to know what you gonna do. What am I gonna do, sweetheart? I'm not gonna do anything. The adults are so scared to say anything to these kids.
Can't win.
It's ridiculous.
Can't win. You'll lose your
Then
job.
they go to jail and everybody want to cry. Oh my God, free him until it's backwards. What?
Right.
Free him until it's backwards, baby. You should have bust his ass back then, and you wouldn't be hollering free him till he free. Like that don't even make sense.
The system broke.
The system is absolutely
Well, I mean, it's
broke.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
about to say it ain't broke.
It ain't broke.
It
It's
was
working.
designed like
the
this.
system is working.
It's working.
Just the way they
just like
designed
this.
it.
Absolutely.
The way they designed it to be.
Absolutely.
Like that's so crazy. You can't tell me. Listen, you're gonna have to remove this child from my home before you tell me how I'm gonna raise her. You're not gonna leave her here and she's acting like this, and I'm walking around on pins and needles because she got the right to call the authorities. But if I call the authorities, I gotta pay for her to be removed or him to be removed. You
shit's
tripping?
crazy.
System
These
working
rules
great.
that they have applied to say that we can't be adults to these children. Children didn't sit in the same room as adults. They didn't have conversations. I heard a child. She got that ain't how it went. My grandmother would have knocked my teeth down my throat. She jumped right in. Boom. I said, "Whoa, whose kid? Get her. She gotta go."
Please.
It's no way you telling me that that's okay for a child to just jump in a conversation. they shouldn't even be on the mental level of wanting to be in the conversation. We not talking about the Transformers and the Smurfs.
I think they set us
We
up.
sitting here talking about how many hours we had last week at work, and the little girl corrected her mom. You did 41.
They set us up now. They set us up.
They set us up for failure.
Yeah. Check this out. They put crack in the community, right? We begin to beef with
And
each
here
other.
we go blaming it on the
just
drugs
hold on, wait.
again.
No, but it plays into the system. It plays
I
in all
was
that
gonna
shit. Just
blame it
listen
on
to me.
something.
Give me 5 seconds. They put crack in the community. The crackheads, the people that use crack, had children. Those children become hyper, can't be controlled. Now we can't discipline them. So guess what we looking at? We looking at kids, and we gonna have enough prisoners for the. They put it together like that, bro. That's the only reason I can say if they brought the cocaine over here and they gave us the cocaine to sell, they knew what would be the end result of our community, right? Falling apart, needing help. Oh, we always get to come in and be the great white savior. Here, we got some money for you. You going to shuck and jive for us? Yes, sir, boss. I got you. Get to dance. No, I ain't got time for that, bro. I swear I don't. I don't know what it is.
Putting
It's
our
my
kid-
dad in me.
We put it out, and that's the
But
problem.
I feel like they took out
My
The fathers.
grandmother.
they not more than fathers. They took out what black morals were, and they replaced them with what
Yeah, because
they
some
want
of the
their
moms
morals to be.
some of the moms aren't there either. Some of the moms aren't a part of some of
Spare.
they
What's
just said
that? What's
the
that thing
parents
they
was
say in the
smoking and
Bible?
drinking
Spare
with
the
them.
rod.
Spoil the
Little
child.
child, spare the rod.
That was installed in
child,
every
spoil
black
the child.
household.
Something.
Spare the rod.
Yeah, listen,
Spoil
first
the
and
child.
yeah,
That was
first
that
and
was that
foremost-
was engraved in black households, and guess what? It did really
and that
fucking well for
spoon,
them.
that-
Yeah, it
that
did well for
spoon
me.
on the wall. That spoon, that wooden spoon.
Physical discipline did really well. When I came
People
up,
think-
anybody in my era, right? They got this thing that they used to do when we was kids. Nowadays, I see the kids do it all the time. I fuck my kids up. I fuck up my nieces and my nephews. I fuck up my other friends' kids when they do that thing where they mumble.
Yeah.
See, when I came up mumbling to get blood in your mouth,
Ooh, what you
you
say?
get backhand.
Yeah, because you said
say-
something.
yeah, you said- what you
I
said?
ain't
It
have to
didn't
hear
even-
you.
I didn't
It
have to
wasn't.
hear it.
It wasn't a what you say. It was just a don't get too close because I'ma really get you. You had to learn that along the way.
So if
I
you know
don't care
anybody
what
in
you
my
do.
generation or older, right? If you notice, they don't talk behind people's backs like when they're walking away. You just say what you gonna say to your
and then
face,
step off.
and then you step off. It ain't no blah 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 blah.
Motherfucker.
Blah 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 blah. Used to get you smacked in the mouth.
Man,
It'll
these
get you
kids,
suspended from school.
Boy.
They, and step right off. They don't care.
But once you
They
take
do that
it,
to all adults though.
but once you start taking these forms of discipline out of things, these are kids here. Kids got to be kind of stared into their direction. You feel me?
Absolutely.
In school,
Thank you.
that paddle that your teacher had that used to discipline you,
Right.
it wasn't, y'all could say it was cruel and unusual, but it stared that kid where he had to be.
They
You feel
had
me?
to. Ain't no other choice. That and calling the
Your
dad.
parent
or the
coming there
boy.
to whip your ass in front of everybody, it stared you where you need to be. It got you through school.
The fear of being
Yeah.
embarrassed. These kids aren't embarrassed about anything.
They not scared of nothing because now they think if they call their parent is coming up there for the ruckus too.
Yeah.
And mom
Oh, they
is coming
are.
there for the ruckus.
They are. I just literally
ain't
said,
coming to
and I
be-
promise you, I know, because I just said, I told my grandma, my granddaughter called me from the playground. These kids are mean.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are fucking mean.
That's why your mom sucked.
Like what? Huh?
That's how they talk. That's why your mom sucked. Oh, why is you talking to a girl like that?
These kids are mean to
don't
one
give a
another. Like it is so crazy.
Evil.
Like they wanna hurt your feelings. They don't even say, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Nothing. I'm talking about first and second grade kids are mean. Like how are y'all talking to your kids at home?
So how do we get the paddle back in school? I think
Bring
at some
You
point
can't. You
yes,
can't
you
right
can.
now.
Yes,
Go
you
up with
can.
it.
You can't. Just like you can't. It's going to take something drastic, like when the Bloods and Crips got back together, for you to reunite
kids are
certain
mean.
things. For you to reunite the parent with. First off, you got to reunite the parents with the teachers again. Parents are looking at teachers as
enemies.
oppositions.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Your
the
mom-
teachers
I'm-
are the mandated
I
reporters.
understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you
Like
got.
they are the rats.
What I'm saying to you again is you got to get the parents to love the teachers again.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bayok loved the teachers. He probably knew every teacher there. My dad knew every
I was
teacher in
gonna
my
say, don't tell
building.
his business.
I'm saying my dad knew every teacher in the building. You feel me? Well, he was about what he was what
He loved the teachers.
What he did?
They be on
Oh,
them.
Miss Bogle.
But anyway, I knew all the parents I knew, all my friends' parents, they all knew all the teachers. Teachers you wasn't even in class with. Your parent walked in, she said hi to the other teachers. Hey, Miss Davis. Hey, you know them all.
Right.
Parents ain't happy to walk into school no more. How you want?
You know what's so
You got to
funny?
reunite that part.
They not even called by their last names. You really call them, hey, Miss Tara. Hey, Miss Trees. Hey, Miss Jenny. Who
Yeah.
is Miss Jenny?
Listen to me.
My teacher.
You got to reinstall respect again there again. But how your kid gonna respect it if you don't respect it? Let's go back. It started the household. If I can't even be in my kid's life, if a father can't be in his kid's life, how can the father even come to the school to discipline the
Who
kid?
said the kid can't be? Who said the father
but
can't
this
be?
is just
in
in
the-
black households. Period.
Who said they
we
can't?
have plenty of these situations in black
But
households.
who said he can't?
The mom.
The mom is saying he can't, but he still has rights.
He does.
So if he goes and picks that kid up without the mom knowing, it's not against the law.
It is.
He doesn't. Most people, and I'm not just gonna say men, it's all of us, don't want to fight for things that really aren't important.
We don't want to go to court.
People want the freedom.
It's scary to go to
It's
court.
not
man.
about the court. Bro, we
is.
don't have to go to court to be parents, to be cordial. They don't want the free. They don't want to give up their freedom. They are free to do whatever they want to do
when
them
they
kids
want to
is
do
not
it.
around.
Right.
When you got
So you think that
responsibilities,
parents? Hold on.
man.
Hold on.
When you
Let's-
got responsibilities,
have you
my dad always taught me the reason why God gave you two is when one can't do, the other one
Other
can.
can.
That's why you have two parents. When that
So-
mom is tired and exhausted and she's only asking you for time off, bro, stop trying to make it about you. Okay, she had to go work 8 hours a day too. Why is it okay for her to bust her ass for 8 to 12 hours a day, come home tired and still be a mom?
You just went to a whole
Gotta watch
different
the-
subject.
I'm just
You just
saying.
went way off the
'Cause
subject.
Who says you can't?
So are you saying that we live in a
Yeah.
society right now where certain parents don't keep kids away from other parents?
No,
Is
I
you
di-
saying
I
that
didn't-
ain't
I
happening
didn't
right
say
now?
that. I didn't say that. But why are you allowing somebody to keep you away from when they tell you can't get in the bondage, you still try to go back that next weekend
Right.
to see if they not going to let me in?
Those
So
drinks
why
are
are we?
watered down. I don't go there.
Oh, listen, I'm just using it as an example. When they tell you you can't come in certain places, you still show up as an individual. They ban you from coming in certain places because you overreacted about a situation, but you still go back the next week to see if they're gonna let you in. But you won't do that for your own child. I don't care if you're a male or a female, a mom or a dad.
I can see how men don't do it. I can see, speaking from a man's perspective, how it gets to a point where, yeah, you give up a fight.
and nobody
You
gonna
give up
tell
a
me.
fight.
And
I don't care which way you put it. You give up a fight. And, you can say as a woman, oh, you should never give up a fight. But I've seen women give up the fight. I've seen women give up the fight on their kids plenty of times.
Listen,
People, listen, ho, you ain't never seen a parent whose kid is disobedient. I was a disobedient kid. Guess what my dad did? At 14, he kicked me out the house. He said, go ahead. You want to be a man, get the hell out the house.
Get the hell out.
right.
That same energy sometimes can be applied to men who have to deal with women who put them through the ringer over and over and over again. Wow, hold on. I'll let you talk. While he's going to work and doing everything else and paying the child support and doing this and that. And sometimes, you know what? You just say, hey, this is what it is
Okay.
on either end.
So we're gonna give up on our kids,
So is that
but still
considered?
fight to get in the bar the next
All right,
weekend.
so I'm gonna ask you again. Is it the same thing for when a woman is raising a child by herself, or she got both? It could be both parents in the house. I don't care which way you put
I
it.
don't condone raising
When
my
the
kids by
kid, hold
myself.
on, when the kid becomes disrespectful in that house, and the woman puts the kid out of the house, is she giving up on the kid? Why did you just have that egg dripping?
Because she said she wanted a medium. Look at her. Nasty.
That is so good.
That is nasty. Chicken come all over you.
Just so that just threw.
That is so nasty.
That was just. I'm not gonna judge you though. 'Cause
I
eat
am.
your food.
That's chicken come.
Did you say I gave up? Is that what you're trying to say, OG Bobby? I ain't giving up. My dad ain't give up. My mom ain't give up either. I ain't giving up. They just passed the baton. If you can't do it, let somebody else do it. If you can't be cordial with that person, you don't need a court mediator when you got an auntie.
He's talking about with the kid. I mean, I think he's talking about with the kid version.
No, I think it's talking about the mom. The
giving
mom.
The
up.
mom part.
Right,
Oh.
right. Giving up.
Yeah.
You don't give up on your kids.
You don't give up on the kid.
I don't
up
think
on
people give up
having
on
to
the
deal
kids,
with
but
the
it is a
crazy
pause
stuff.
button. It is a postponement.
They Tony, they worry about my eggs. But
It gets
I feel
heavy.
like our kids, if we give up, who else gonna take faith in them?
Nobody.
They come in, they find the prodigies though. They
Right.
come in, they find them horses.
Right.
They
But-
find them good football
Right.
players, them good basketball players.
Right.
Listen,
Blue
I can give
chippers.
your kid.
Blue
I can
chippers.
give your kid.
Right.
I can
A
give
better
your
opportunity.
Kid. Bring them here. Bring them here. Let them come live with me.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. They come in there, they pick our kids.
Did you know that when they filter them kids, you know which ones they really pick though?
Who?
I didn't even notice that. Did you know that more educated black kids are recruited than like sports players?
Right.
Where?
To go to
All
school.
over the world. These are the
Right.
boys that have redesigned the world. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about engineers, scientists, doctors. Like when they find these kids that are them smart kids, you ever see what they do to a smart kid?
Put
When
them
that
in
boy,
room. Put them in the room.
promote them to schools that you ain't never heard of. Graduate them out of. Yo, the rate of black graduated kids ahead of time is crazy if you Google it.
In other countries.
Nah, here too. Let your kid get a 100% on that. What's that test that they give them?
PSSA.
Yeah, that's above average already.
But you are.
Now they start talking to you. Hey, so we should put your kid over here in this place and that
You
place.
got to take your PSSA testing in a different area in order to be considered
A
one of the
genius.
smart ones.
Right.
You can't take it here because that test they giving here.
Well, of course they didn't. That's what I'm.
I don't feel like we got to snatch back what they took from us. We can't be scared to be the mom and the dad. We wasn't scared to hump to get it.
Come on.
We got to snatch back what they took from us. We all collectively have to get together and say, we want a better education for our kids. We have to understand how powerful it is if we stand together. We talk about it all the time. I just feel like we can't continue to be the same community that we was 10 years ago that we was fighting to get better at doing what we're trying to do now. We have to show up to these schools. We have to make them understand that if they don't, the next generation is going to fail. Right now, I'm teaching my kids the history that my grandmother taught me. That was history.
That's important.
Them walks that she took.
Yes.
Them different things she did in the neighborhood to help the kids and all this other stuff.
Yes.
I'm teaching my kids that right now, but they're not going to remember it to teach it to their grandkids and their great grandkids because it's not being taught as a whole. Thank you, Alex. But it's like crazy. Like how do you can't be saying that these kids see, babe, you can't be saying that I can't say anything to your kids because it's your kid. No, baby, it's our child.
It's our child.
This is our kid. If we get out of that mentality, then all of our children will be way more successful. We can't say, "Oh, what he doing over there?" We automatically think the worst when someone. I know we live in a world where we have to think like that, but we can't think like that about everybody. It can't be that.
You gotta learn to trust somebody.
We have to get back to being family in the community.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be blood. I was a family up to Bennett. I lived next door to everybody on that road.
That sound like a pastor and a deacon next to each other in a pulpit.
Praise
you
him.
talking? Look, he over there going, yes.
The grunt. We have to allow people to if they doing bad by our kid, then we correct them.
Yes.
But we can't keep correcting adults in front of kids because now the kids can correct the adults.
What?
And say, well, Mr. So-and-so said it too.
Well,
We can't do that. We really, really have to be on the same accord or our children are going to continue to fail.
I posted something earlier today. We fighting at each other. We shooting at each other. We don't see that our children are dying. They don't literally have to die, right? But they can be not included in the next movement, right? They could be whatever they want to be. They can be that.
Might not
Like
make it.
that's true, right? You could be whatever you want to be. But why don't you give your kids gems, man? Why are you giving them trash? You continue to give your kids trash and then tell them to figure out how to be better. No, you can give them gems. You can give them gold. You can give them diamonds, man. Stop playing with me. Please, man.
What we giving our kids?
Me?
We got nothing to give them.
I got a lot to give them.
We have nothing to give them.
I have a lot to give them. I'm giving them this struggle. I'm giving them this journey. I'm giving them understanding.
I'm working so my kids don't have to struggle.
Right, but they have to see
don't
the
want-
struggle. They have to still see the struggle
was
so they know they
there.
don't
They've
want
been
it.
there since the beginning.
So they know the struggle.
So they seen the struggle.
Right.
But my goal is to let them know it's okay to teach somebody something that you've learned for free. Let them know that it's okay to help somebody without knowing what they really going to do with it. That's my goal. It's not just about how to get at $1. I've been a hustler since I was 14 years old.
Let's go.
14. I never knew how to work for no one else. I'm telling you, at 14 years old, I watched my brothers hustle. I watched my parents hustle. I watched my uncles hustle. And I'm not just talking about on the illegal side. I'm talking about on the legal side of life. It was always a way to make money. Your mother,
Whose mother?
his,
Just in the middle of the show, you ain't.
your
you see
mother.
what he did?
We'll never get a deal by CBS.
I'm
talking
sorry.
like this.
He ain't trying to get no deal with CBS.
Huh?
We trying to own our own. You get a deal with the CBS. They tell you what you can and can't say.
Do they give us a signing check?
It ain't about the check. See, you worried about the money.
Do they give us a signing check?
Well, at some point in time, we got to pay the bills.
We got to pay the bills, but we can't be worried about the money.
We got to worry about the money because we got to pay the bills.
This freedom gives us the right to pay the bills. We'll pay the
What's the
bills.
freedom?
The freedom to say whatever you want to say. Have I ever tried to stop you from saying that?
Yes,
Yes.
plenty of times.
All the
Plenty of
time.
times. You hit that
All-
button all the
mhm.
time.
Mute
motherfucker.
me all the time.
Mute the
Turn my
motherfucker.
mic-
It's so
turn my mic
full of
right
shit.
off. And
Nah,
then after
continue.
the show, he say, "Now why would you say
Now,
that?"
why would you say that?
Why
Now
would you
what?
say that?
But I said I wasn't doing. Didn't I say I
I'm
wasn't
taking
doing
that
that this
so
year?
bad.
I said this year I'm not doing that no more. You feel me? You say what you want to say. I'll just throw the warning up.
You got
I'll just throw the warning up.
believe that nigga said that shit.
Norm Dorn going, well, he done cut me off. Like,
man.
what? My hand
Occasionally you was ready to drop the atomic bomb, and it was like, damn. But that was when I was thinking how you just thinking about the money. I don't think about the money no more now. I really don't. You feel me? Because
The
guess
money
what?
gonna come.
I had a year, almost a year, where I made money and I still didn't feel right, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but it was outside of this. I was making $150,000 a year, 2 jobs. You said I had too much going on. I didn't know what I was doing, what I was saying, what I was thinking. So I had to let all that shit go. Now I don't even make $35,000 a year.
No, and you happy?
Yeah. Because I'm going to get another opportunity to make more money.
So wait,
I just-
so it is
I
about
just
the
got-
money then.
It's not about the money.
Then why you need the opportunity to make more
you
money?
get an opportunity to make more money, but make it the way that you want to make it, not make it the way that they prescribe you to make it. Like giving you a job and telling you to come here and do this for $75,000 and get another one and doing the same thing, right? That wasn't good for me. I need to be in this arena, in media, and producing things for children and showing children the right way. I'm trying to go up to Independence Hall and create a documentary that I can show the kids about what the Declaration of Independence meant. Who signed it, right?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It wasn't for us. So what do you mean?
It wasn't.
Still
It
ain't
wasn't
for
for the
us.
black people?
It wasn't for us per se, but we can use it the same way LGBTQ uses our Civil Rights Act.
The Declaration and the Constitution
Right.
is going to be removed if Trump is in office.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How? He said he's
He-
going
he-
against
on
it
the
now.
250. He said that's it. We're not going by this no more. You can't even read it. He's gonna take it to the kids and say, "Can you read it?" And they're gonna say no, and it's done.
You
We don't need
understand
this.
what it say. They changing the font to it now so that it's not in cursive, so that it's more legible in in print. But my question is, what did it say about us?
What did who say about us?
The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Our children are screwed. We had to read that in school. We had to take a piece of paper, put it in some coffee to make it the old looking paper
Yep.
to remake our own Constitution.
Right.
We had to make a scroll and write the Declaration of Independence. Damn. We had to write the amendments down. We set the paper. You know what I'm saying, in the coffee, and then set it to the side to dry. And then we had Miss Beverly, shout out to Miss Beverly.
Shout out to Miss
Brought
Beverly.
us one of those feather pens, and we had to write out the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. We had to know what it said. We had to identify the key points in there that said about black people. When they said that we were only, 3/4 of a human?
Right.
1/4 of a human?
Still are.
2/5,
2/5?
less than a
3/4?
dog of a human. Like
And it said it in there because our ancestors couldn't read and they didn't know what it said. They went with it. It was telling them that they didn't have to treat us as if we were human anyway. And they stand on that.
property.
They stand by that right now.
They will continue to.
It's not fair. It's
I
not
said-
fair. Our kids will never, ever, ever know that.
I said we gotta
Our
be the-
kids don't learn that in school right now.
We got to be the first one to the party and last one to the line to get anything that's going to benefit our children. The first one to the party. with the biggest bottle.
Until it's free book bags. Then we all in line.
Who? I never understood that free book. You're not even giving me a real book bag. This ain't a JanSport book bag. I looked at that book bag. I said, who's getting
What's a real book bag?
A real book bag is a JanSport book bag. The book bags you go to the store and spend $50 for.
Why you gotta spend $50 on a book bag?
Because that's what the kids want. Why can't you get the
just
kids
have a
what they
regular
want?
book bag?
What?
That's your problem.
Nobody
bro.
wants that
$80
regular.
on a book bag.
Yeah, why can't
They
you
ain't
just
got no damn books. Hey, get this free
Fuck
book
yeah, you
bag.
better- Take this fucking-
I buy my kids real book bags.
And a free
What
coat.
is a real book bag?
A real
dog?
book bag is a book bag that
He
they.
buys one with a label on it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
still
basically
ripped in
it.
2 months.
Yeah.
It got a name on it.
Got the
it ain't.
same sewing threads
Yeah,
and the
them
stitches.
same
and-
stitches.
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have my kids bring their book bags up here for the last 4 years, and ain't none of them ripped, ain't none of them sold.
And why you
out.
buying
They
new
ain't
ones
got no
every
books
year
to
then?
put
Because they want a new book bag.
They ain't got no
That
books
makes
to
no
put in them.
sense.
That's why they ain't ripped.
So
Only JP had books to put in them. We ain't gonna do that.
what you
They
mean
ain't
only
had no
JP? My majority of my kids that are still in school go to school in Delaware.
The ones that are still in school. We talking
Right.
about I'm not buying no
Talking about the 2 that's out,
$10 book bag. DJ on his 4th book bag. We only 2 months in school.
right? Because you bought them $10 book bag. It
No,
don't
I bought him a
last.
$17.98.
I'm gonna buy
Spider-Man
him a $50 book bag and watch
He
it
ain't got
last. You gonna be like,
nothing
oh my
in there but
god,
paper.
this is so nice.
He don't even carry
It lasts. He
You don't even you
for his overnight bag. Like,
come
what?
home. He on
Me?
his cell phone. He ain't
Yeah.
even got the book bag on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He just on the phone.
Book bag on the bus. I gotta buy him another one. He ain't even care about it. Bought him one that light up. You out check book bag.
You think that's
they ain't got
cool?
nothing to put in the book bag. They got pamphlets. They putting pamphlets in the book bag. Back to these teachers who getting a pass. Tell me where the books are. Why are you not sending
How-
my kid home with a book?
Yeah, don't get my
with
kid
a
no cheap
writing
ass book
assignment.
bag.
Why is my kid coming home with the same freaking packet every week with the next page on it? What? No.
It's the certain things that we giving too much emphasis into things that got nothing to do with education. And then when we show our kids
Yeah.
that this ain't on you, I'm just saying in general, this
Well,
has
it's
nothing to
on
do with
him
the book
with
bag
that
idea.
$50 book bag
This
at
is-
minimum.
this
No, it
is-
ain't.
Real book bags.
It is a
What?
real book bag.
Well, books go in real book bags.
They got books
Where?
at the school. They got reading books. They come home every day with reading books.
With them little books they got to turn back
Me and
in.
Zaria got a book that we reading now from the teacher.
do
I
they
went
gotta
because I
turn
went
it
to the
back in?
because I went to the welcome back to school night
Do they got to turn
and
it
talk
back
to the
in?
teachers. Talk to the twins teacher
Do
too.
they got to give the book back?
Yes, they do have to get it. We got to
Why?
turn the book because they get another book
Why do they have to keep giving the book back? Why is the book not theirs?
because they don't have enough money to give books to everybody.
Some schools don't even got no
Well,
books.
I got the
Where's
book
the
right in the back.
Scholastic
I got the
Book
book
Fair
right. I got the book. That's books that the parents can buy.
Yeah.
They don't come no more because the parents stopped buying books.
Nah, it ain't that the parents stopped buying books. Fuck you talking about?
The
Your kids-
Scholastic Book Fair was around when I was a kid. When I was
still
going to
around.
school.
Listen,
It's
it-
still
what
around, but
happened
not
is
as-
that
it's not a
the
real-
schools never had money to keep buying books. First off, I think that y'all are forgetting about schools here. When we were
you
in
talking about the
school,
textbooks.
you would get your textbook in the first day of school, and guess what? If you wanted to keep that textbook, you had to go home and cover it. Your parents were remember. You don't remember that you
The
take a
newspaper.
brown bag and
Mhm.
cover
I mean,
it,
the,
or you got to
paper
get the
bag.
plastic stuff so that book can stay intact for the next year.
I was bought.
And
books.
you
Right.
you could look at the
Shanisha.
years. The books might have lasted 20 years. You could look and remember. You look in front of the
The
book.
names.
Who signed the book?
Yeah.
What the year that it was. Schools never had money to keep buying new books. They never did. We
Now,
just
tell
lost
them what
the
was
fact.
in that
Hold
room.
on.
Tell them what was in that room.
Same with
Books and
the,
the
the
gun.
books and the
And the guns.
computers and the guns.
the
Yeah.
guns.
What room we talking about? You
Talking
talking
about
about
the
the
book
low
What
and
the
over
dot?
hell
at
type
the
life would
high.
you live in? Whoa.
I'm talking about the low and dot where they found all them 4th edition math textbooks down there with them guns. When
Nah,
they
I'm
delivered
tell you,
them
what
guns
type of
to
gangster life did you
No,
have?
y'all know y'all remember when they
Books and
delivered
the
them guns
guns.
to the low and dot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
books down there. It was 4th edition math books down there that was 2 years old.
But I'm just saying, like some of the things that we idolize now helps take away from education.
Everybody don't even have a tablet.
Look at everybody talking about the football teams and stuff and the uniforms. Every year y'all getting these kids new uniforms. I'm sorry to tell you this, right? But when I was growing up, you got the same uniform they had the year before. Every organization, I don't care if it's basketball, football, baseball, when the year was up, guess what you did? You took off your football jersey and you
Turned
put
it
it back
in.
in a box.
And they
Yeah.
washed it.
And
Yeah.
the next year, and they washed
They
it and
gave
everything.
it-
And then the
they
next
gave-
year when
they
football
gave it back to
started,
you.
Yeah.
they said, "What number you want to be?"
But that's
And pulled it out the
What?
box.
Yeah.
this is how
And
you
you
know.
had to turn that joint back in.
This is how you know things have changed to what's fun for the kids because every school district does it, right? Even the Catholic schools buy the kids new jerseys. Oh, we need new jerseys. Oh, we need new jerseys, right?
It's more important about sports than it is about books.
Nah,
We're going to turn this book into a pamphlet real quick.
I think they're trying to bring the interest for the kids back, right?
The interest of what? We just going to
Interest of school, right? Because kids have already shown once they got rid of art, music, and theater in Chester High School, that's when kids stopped going to school. Everybody's not a book guy. Everybody don't do
I must
books.
have missed those classes.
You feel me? Like we cut those
Art,
classes.
music, and theater.
We cut those classes. But there were people that
I
went
had
there.
art.
There are people that went into that class.
Music. I didn't have theater.
I was in the
about
hallway.
theater.
It ain't really matter to me.
They had theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely had.
You remember when
plays,
you don't remember when Kenny was in Romeo and Juliet?
The fuck up, Kenny.
Yeah.
That must have been one of my transfer years.
I was the friend on the side of Romeo that got stabbed.
That must have been one of my transfer years because I didn't even know. Can I?
Say it again. Need a napkin?
It's right under your
Underneath your
plate.
plate?
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn.
That Nerds Family Kitchen, we bring out
Right,
everything
right.
that you
Bring
need.
everything you need.
yeah.
It's our pleasure.
Right. It's
It
our
ain't no
pleasure.
pleasure.
How can we make your day better?
How can we make your
We
day
just wanna
better?
Make your day better.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah, but
How can I make your day better?
we had all of that. Parents
Damn.
ain't ever had to buy. Never. Yeah, you know what? We couldn't wait to go to Clover and get wide rule notebook paper and pencils.
Parents ain't never had to buy school
We
books.
only had to buy school supplies, and now you gotta
supplies.
buy school supplies, the school books. You gotta buy so much
Because
stuff.
they know it
Hold
causes
on.
confusion.
But guess
if they
what
put you in debt, they know they cause confusion in the house. They got
Guess what happens when you go to college? You gotta buy all that shit.
That's college. I'm
That's
also
college.
That's
paying
how
to
it should be
here,
in high
too.
school.
No, it shouldn't.
Yes, it should be.
First of all,
Guess what else?
I should
Guess
have
what else
school
happens in college?
supplies.
You can
I'm
buy
buying
used books in
community-
college.
You
I'm
can buy
buying
used books from
so
the
you
high
telling
school.
me I'm buying community supplies for everyone in the classroom, and then my kid come home and ain't got a fucking pencil. I gotta buy supplies for here and supplies for there.
Don't you buy underwear and stuff for your kid like every 2 months? You buy new underwear, new socks and stuff every 2 months
Every
for your
month.
kid? Every month? Or you buy new washcloths every day, right? That's what you want, right? People be like, what? Nah, why you can't use another? I'm not using it. I'm going to go buy. It's all about what you want, right? Specifically to you. But for the kids, you should buy books. You should buy pencils. You should buy crayons. You should buy markers. You should have all this stuff already in your house. So when the school says we need it, you should send it here, and I'll go buy some more for my house.
Here you go, making up excuses.
It's not
as to why they
excuses.
not-
It's not excuses. It's
I
just how we
didn't
should
have
look
to
at
supply.
things.
My parents didn't have to supply those things when I was in school. They were already
My dad
there.
did.
It was a community bucket of crayons.
Mm-hmm.
It was pencils. I came with my own school supplies: a pencil case, the notebook, the Trapper Keeper,
I think that's my problem.
and the spiral notebooks. It wasn't all that other stuff. Now I'm damn near spending a bean on top of uniforms, on top of regular clothing to send my kid to school. For you to give this stuff to everybody else. It was one thing for the teachers to call and say, hey, if you have it extra, can we get extra stuff, whatever, to parents. But you can't tell me you getting $100 worth of school supplies from each child and then these children coming home without no pencils. I put Dylan's name on his stuff. Send his shit home. It ain't that many Dylans in there.
So
It's not that many.
So what you're saying is you buy pencils. You don't buy pencils for home and school. You just buy pencils for school and want them to bring them home.
I buy school supplies for my child. I have extra at home. It's
Right.
his. I don't think that I should have to send it to school. They put it in the bucket and then he coming home without nothing. And then you're gonna blatantly tell me to my face you should have that at home too? No.
Why not?
Send me his stuff back home in his pencil box because it's his. It's no way in the world you're telling me I gotta provide for the whole classroom. All 48 parents for the 2 classrooms got a supply for everybody. No, this ain't Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving Day party or the Halloween party.
So the
when I
teacher
gotta
has to
bring
supply
48
that?
cupcakes.
So the
they sending a supply list, bro. That shit is going to the classrooms, and then they asking for it again come February.
Yeah, it's halfway through the school
No.
year.
No.
So the teacher's supposed to bring all
Y'all
that stuff in.
Y'all gotta get your own stuff. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta get your own
Look
stuff.
at that disconnect I was talking about with the school.
What's the disconnect with the school?
I'm saying they asked you to buy pencils for home. I mean for school, and you mad about it that you got to buy.
They
them.
asked me to buy pencils for school and then send my kid home without a pencil.
He got
Yeah,
pencils at home.
You should have pencils at home.
No. He should
Yes.
have his shit at home. He should have his stuff.
But
So
there.
what you gonna use
I
in
feel
school?
as though they know that kids aren't going to travel everywhere with everything, so they give you a set of pencils for school, and then they want you to also have a set of stuff so that the kid can work at home.
Exact. No. The teachers get a tax write-off. Y'all fine. The teachers get a tax write-off. That's number one.
The teacher or the school?
The teachers. For
Where?
being a teacher, they get a
Show
tax
me where
write-off.
that
It
shit at.
asks you that when you do your taxes, and they can lie if they want to, because I'll pull it up. The teachers get a tax write-off.
For school supplies.
Number one, for buying stuff for their students in their classrooms.
Okay.
They get a tax write-off. When they decorating that damn room, they should be buying extra
Oh,
pencils
I
and
do get that
crayons.
tax write-off. Damn.
You
When I
said
go
when
to
they,
Michael's. What? I do.
You said when they
What, you been to
decorate
Michael's
that
with me?
damn
What? I
room.
use my tax drink, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
they
get
give
and when you file your taxes at the end of the year, you still get a tax
I'm just saying I
write-off.
get my teacher's discount. You do
They
get a teacher's
they
discount.
get that.
But
And y'all
what
sitting here asking,
here you go again.
It's 27 kids in the classroom. Y'all asking 27 parents to send $100 worth of supplies?
Yeah.
Let's go backwards.
Like, what
here.
you doing with them?
But let's go backwards. here,
$2,700
though.
worth of supplies.
I got what you're saying, but here go the disconnect with the teachers again.
What's the disconnect?
When you love a teacher, right? Just like when you love a dog. You know, the teacher does things for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
When we were younger, you could go to school, right? And if you didn't have a pencil, you raised your hand, said something to the teacher nice and polite, and your teacher, Miss Davis, went in her desk and gave you a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she had a stack of pencils and pens in case people didn't have it.
No,
But
she had
what
it
I'm-
because we used to have pencil fighting contests. That's why she had
But
it. Miss
when
Harris
I-
had extra.
when I'm a
'cause you ain't
teacher
gonna keep
now-
on
So
doing
you
it.
in
When I'm a
school
teacher
breaking
now,
the
and all
pencils.
of y'all are so disrespectful to me. The kid disrespectful, the mom disrespectful when she come past and pick up the kid and everything else. Fuck no, buy your own pencils and you bring them. And don't ask me to buy your son. He disrespected
not-
me every day,
no,
calling
it's
me
not
by my
that.
first name. You want me to buy him stuff with my
You're
fucking work
buying-
money that
I'm
I'm
buying-
underpaid?
I couldn't wait to go to Strawbridge and Clothier with Clovers with my grandmom to buy school supplies. I'm talking about, and I keep going, I'm gonna keep on saying it, the Trapper Keepers, the 3-ring spiral notebooks. I mean the spiral notebooks, those things like that. I had my own stuff. They wasn't asking my grandmom to bring extra for Keisha and Tanisha and Tyrone and
They're
all
not
of them.
asking you to bring extra
They are
those.
asking you.
So-
the
Yes,
school
I am
supply
asking you to
list is
bring.
for
I am asking you to
So
bring
so
extra.
so I know
Because I know
you
these kids, they run through stuff. They
The
hand
school
stuff out.
supply list is for everybody.
Yeah,
That's
tissues,
not fair.
tissues,
no, everything.
wipes,
pencils, erasers,
Not pencils.
Look, bro, it's on the list.
I've
You
never
want me
had to
pull
buy
it up?
extra shit for.
You want me to
for-
pull it up?
yeah, show it to me. I've never had to
me
buy
pull it
pencils
up.
for other kids.
Hold on. I'ma
I buy
pull it
pencils
up.
for my kid.
Let me find the email.
And when I buy pencils for my kid for school, I buy pencils for my kid at home.
Yeah.
If I buy color pencils for
be
school, I buy
sensible.
color pencils for home.
Yep.
You don't have to bring nothing from school home, and you don't have to take nothing home or from home back to school.
But and then once again, though, even when we do that level of parenting, right, we dummying down our kids' responsibilities.
Absolutely.
so
know-
you telling me we responsible? Y'all better get
You're
out my
responsible
face.
for the community.
I'm a mom.
no,
I'm
listen
buying
what
it.
I'm saying.
I'm not responsible
So-
for
so
this.
what-
Listen, if
the-
I buy pencils at home and pencils, if I buy pencils, for home and for school, right, I'm dummying down my kids' sense of responsibilities. Once again, over the years, we done dummied down kids' responsibility. Your kid had a book report to do in the 80s, right? Guess what he had to do? He had to leave school. If y'all ain't have encyclopedias, he had to go to the library. He had to sit at the library, read the encyclopedia, write down the stuff off of there neatly, get it back home, get it to school. Nowadays, a kid can't even get the book from school to home. He can't even get his pencils from school to home. He can't even get the report from the library to over there.
Because you let them
Because we
get
done cut down so many good responsibilities that the kid had. He just Google it all on his fucking phone.
because you don't let him get no.
And then he still don't bring the fucking report to school. And then y'all mad at the teacher because the teacher give him a C for not doing his work right when everything was at his damn fingertips.
because his book bag broke in the morning, so he couldn't carry the book home. Because y'all let him get that
They
cheap
ain't got
ass
no
book bag.
books. They don't got no books. We ain't gonna do that. They don't got no
Meanwhile,
books.
my kid
I
that got a
can't find the
JanSport
email
book
that
bag
got it
on,
here.
they cool. They got all their books. They had it in their book report. See, it's all about.
Somebody send me that school supply list.
That school supply list don't
Sit-
have pencils on it.
Yes,
Now,
it
can't.
do,
It
bro.
can't.
It tell you to get the green and yellow pencils. You tripping?
but even
it got
then-
pencils on there. It got erasers on there. It got freaking glue on there.
But even
it
then-
got glue sticks on there. It got
listen.
scissors on. No,
listen to me.
no.
Listen.
You're not
Mine
gonna
had
tell
a-
me
mine had a
27
scuba
kids,
gear.
27. I'm tired of buying school supplies.
Right, listen though.
I put his name on everything.
That's
his
cheap.
post-its,
Is
his
that-
sticky notes, his index cards,
Is-
everything. It's
Is
they
that
dealing.
not teaching our children a sense of community?
No.
To share what they have with
Their
their
kids
community.
ain't buying it. I'm buying it. No, it's not.
So you should already know a sense of community.
No,
$100?
that's a lot.
It's not.
And 27 kids at $100.
That's $2,700.
Tay.
Tay.
Too loud.
Phone. That's no. Your mom's phone.
It's gonna hang up.
Right.
Just answer.
Don't put it on speaker.
Yeah, you have to put it on speakerphone though. Take the phone.
This girl's crazy.
What you just say to me? I talk
Good
to
morning.
You on that side. I talk to you on that side.
I just feel like
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't miss the jail
you don't want to miss an opportunity to teach a kid about community and how sharing helps the community.
Sharing
grow.
is caring. Yeah, I'll let you have a pencil. Bro, I'm
will
dropping
have-
off 10 packs of pencils. I think y'all missing. Y'all, it's not about being selfish. It's not. But you missing the point that they're asking 27 children to bring in the same stuff. And then in January, they're asking you again. And then my child is coming home without a pencil. You asking me to bring in 10 packs of pencils per child.
24 pencils.
10 packs of pencils
24
per child.
pencils is what they're asking for.
Who?
That's what Keisha just said. They want 24 pencils.
That's too many. And times 27.
That's a lot of pencils.
Exactly.
We ain't got to
And
worry
then
about
you
no
gonna ask me
pencils for the
again in
school year.
January for the same stuff? They gonna send it. Hey.
So you want the-
here we are. We need more stuff.
So then you want the teacher to be responsible for giving a child, so that teaches
No,
the child that they
it's-
have to go to a white person to ask
It's
a white
one
person
thing
for a
for
pencil
school
to do their
supplies,
schoolwork.
and then it's another thing for classroom supplies.
Not only do I have to
the
go to
school
her.
supplies,
Oh, man.
or the school supplies, or me getting my own notebook paper, my own pencils, my own pens, my own everything.
You see why our kids is getting fucked up in school?
Because they
You can't
asking
even
for
get past the
$100.
pencil part.
Can't even get past the pencil part.
We can't even get past the
But
pencil
yet you'll
and
put a
book bag
$100 pair of
conversation.
sneakers on your kid and send them to school.
$120 now. That's how much they
You ain't
cost.
complaining- you ain't
If
complaining
he's
about
still
that?
growing. I am complaining.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everybody else that chooses not to.
And I don't even
Send
reward
in-
him. If he ain't do right, he ain't getting no new sneakers. He still got them
Just
same
send in
black
your
sneakers
school
from the
supplies,
beginning
bro.
of the school year. Two
Yeah,
pairs.
trash bags, Ziploc bags, all that stuff is needed. Send
no,
it
it's
in.
not needed.
Send it
we
in.
had boxes.
I'm in the school, bro. They not
We
giving
had
them. They not
boxes.
giving them teachers no help, bro. They not. Their teachers got to come, and then they got to fight with all
they
these
not giving
kids.
the
We
teachers
talk
no
about
help.
10, 15 kids.
Teacher now, you might gotta listen to him.
I'm
How-
in
how you
there,
not
bro.
listening to him?
Like
You
I see it on the
tell
other
him-
side. I used to feel the same
I'm a teacher
way.
every day, B.
I'm a teacher every day too,
in the school. He's a teacher in the school.
dealing with other
I'm
people's
part of
kids,
the
not
school.
mine, not mine,
He
not
works in
mine.
the school right now
I'm part
as
of
a
the school.
teacher.
That shit
He
is
actually
hard.
gets a teacher paycheck.
That shit is heavy.
I get one.
160 for some sneakers. Gio said 160.
Yeah, little DJ sneakers was just 120 the other day.
You can go right to Ross. Ross just opened up, grand opening. You can go right to Ross and get a pair of sneakers
Ross
for
is
$20.
open?
Yeah, they just opened up.
Well, Ross, give me some cologne.
You go right to Ross
And do
get,
what?
and get your kids sneakers.
Get one of them good book bags too.
Yeah, they
They
got,
don't got no
and
books to put
guess
in.
what? They got good book bags at Ross too.
Yep, for $50 or more.
No, 20, 30.
Y'all ain't gonna take your kids there.
I'm not taking my kids there.
See what I'm
My
saying?
kid still shops at the children's place. And then my little girls, they shop at Mandy's and places like that, and on Shein
Is
online.
Mandy's still
and-
open? Mandy's not open no more.
It
Mandy's is for
open.
old
Where's the
church
Mandy's at?
In the whatchamacallit shopping
what?
center off of Island Avenue.
What's up, feeling?
Yeah. Mandy's is still open,
What's up
but
there
no,
with,
I'm not. I've never been a materialistic person. I'm very specific about certain
And why you
things.
spending
Towels, sheets.
$120 for sneakers?
Because that's what
That's
he
what
wanted.
he got. No, hold on, because he not wearing Jordans and stuff like that. That was some basic freaking Nikes. In the damn Spider-Man, I brought Spider-Man fucking kids, bro. They was $79.99.
Yeah.
They got Spider-Man on the side. I brought them some kids. I mean, not kids. What's the other one? I said kids. What's the other ones?
Price
The,
of inflation is crazy.
What are the sneakers? The light up joints?
No, what's the sneakers they wearing?
Wow.
Vans.
The
They had
The Asics.
Spider-Man Vans.
You gonna
They
laugh
had
at me.
Spider-Man
You know where I
on.
got my school sneakers from when I was like, damn, man.
The market.
No, Pants was making money, and he still took me to weird places against the.
We
I
had to
went
go to the Fruit Locker.
Value City.
Yep.
They had a shoe section in there.
Right.
Yeah.
I went to Kmart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I went to James Way.
Yep.
James Way. Yeah.
Ain't this some bullshit?
No, they ain't no
I went
bullshit.
to the
But I was
Fruit
happy
Locker.
with the shoes.
I went to the Fruit Locker.
How do you think people
to
get
the
money?
place out here. What is E-Footwear? We got shoes from there.
How do you think people get money?
Save it.
By saving money. You don't get money by continuing to go to work and spend the money. You're spending it. I'm trying to get my daughter to understand that now. You don't have no money because you're not saving.
And if I wanted some nice sneaks, if I finally got some good grades and saved up, we would
Our
go.
kids are
We would go to
doomed.
the outlet.
Our kids are doomed. Listen, our kids are doomed. My kids are so far removed from the brands. It's crazy. Our kids are doomed. That's bad.
They not. Our kids, destined for greatness. You gotta go through the mud to get.
I don't know if they want trash bags for real, Drew. I know they're not asking for trash
No,
bags.
they asking for 1 gallon Ziploc bags, and
1
then they
gallon
want the
Ziploc bags.
they want the little sandwich bags, and then they
Right.
want the crayons, and then
Right.
they want the erasers, and then they want the glue.
So let's say out of
and they want
27 parents, only 10 parents sent all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you got a
Yeah,
problem with
because
your
I ain't
other,
one of them.
there
I'm
are other
sending him
parents
Dylan
that,
stuff with his name on it.
Right.
I even sent his tissue packs with his name on it. Put the sticker on there and say
Damn, you
Dylan.
can't share a tissue if a
No,
nigga
bring
nose
your
running.
own. Bring your own.
come on now.
Shit, crazy.
Bring your own paper towels. They ask for paper towels, bro. Paper towels.
This is why unity looks crazy in our community.
$12.99 paper towels, Lysol wipes,
Yes.
disinfectant wipes.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong, I will donate them because listen. That first week of school is rough.
Well, is it?
It is rough. Them kids come
I got
home, their
sick.
nose is instantly running.
I got sick.
Like, what in the world?
I went and got my Lysol wipes. I wiped down everything.
This parenting stuff is hard.
I don't even touch the knobs on the
You don't touch
doors.
what?
The knobs on the doors. I always got
Lysol and
a rag in
Lysol
my-
wipes. Yes, please ask the kids.
Come
Ask the
on, man. Why
parents.
you always gotta go there?
I don't know.
I say
Being
knobs.
extra.
I say
He don't
knobs.
touch the knobs.
You
He don't touch the knobs on
He's
the
running
door.
around here touching knobs every day.
Jesus. Yo.
Oh my
This boy,
god!
you in school not touching.
Don't want to touch the
Don't touch
doorknobs.
the door.
It get bad in that school with all them kids, bro. I was sick the first week.
You supposed to be.
I don't want to be sick.
That's how your body
They spray
makes
the
an
kid-
immune system
They
to
spray
be able
the
to be in
they
groups.
spray the school districts with stuff. I don't know.
I
Them
don't know what it
schools
is.
they be spraying them with something. I don't know, but we got to get back to everybody being able to be on one accord when it comes to parenting,
Sharing.
being a great neighbor. Don't keep putting that sharing.
That's
in there.
important now.
Bring your own stuff.
It's
And
important
I'll
to
let
share.
you borrow a pencil, but give it back.
No, it's
We
important to
borrow
share.
pencils at the end of the
It's
day.
important to share.
And then, like, the pencils come already sharpened. They don't have pencil sharpeners in the classrooms no more.
This is how we grow a community, by starting with our young people, so our
Y'all
people
think-
know
y'all
how to
let them
share.
take them off the wall. A good old joint.
I miss them drinks.
They don't know how to. They don't know.
I know how to sharpen a pencil.
I threw one at somebody
I used to
before.
procrastinate if I didn't want to take a test.
Over there, and then looking at it.
Pencil by
Miss Davis, I need to sharpen my
Ain't nothing
pencil.
but the eraser.
You need your pencil sharp? Give it to me.
I'm the pencil.
Miss Davis, I
sharpener.
can't do the test. My pencil this big.
It's crazy. Schools is not what they used to be. Parents are not who they used to
But
be.
we can make them
It's
that
so
way.
bad.
Though,
We
now.
honestly,
we can change
yo,
it. We can.
I'm not gonna say it in this lifetime.
Yes, we will.
I don't
Come
think
on,
I am.
man.
I pray that by the time my great grandkids are born, that they actually have it together. Because right now it's not together. I feel bad. I feel bad for these generational single baby moms. I feel bad. I think that you should tell your daughter it's okay to allow their father to be a part of her life or his life. I think you should really stress that it's very important that these children have both sides of their families. It's very important. Then it would stop a lot of things from being
Unnecessary shit.
confused.
Right.
I think that we should all get together. My grandmother used to be like, what she say? You can't get them kids. Okay, we
going
gonna
over
see.
there. Right.
She's going to go get the kids.
Yeah.
Baby. We said we was having dinner. It's time. She's going to go pick up the kids.
We don't have
but
grandmama
we
no
are so
more.
hell bent. Shit, I did it from the muscle, baby. You can too. No, baby. I struggled. I don't want you to. I want you to allow him.
the bell
You
at?
better have some
I'm
freedom.
sorry, I ain't got no
You
bell.
better give yourself some time to yourself. You better tell your daughter it's okay to let him be a dad. Stop worrying about who he
gotta
has around
you
that
need
child.
to put dinners back in the house, black households.
Oh, don't talk about that.
do.
Don't talk
You need to
about
put
that. I don't got no food.
dinners back in the black households. At least Sunday dinner.
Sunday
dinner.
At least
dinner.
one
Make it
dinner.
important. Make it a priority that you sit down with
you
your
done made
family.
it so much of a rush for the dollar that people don't even sit and have. You don't even know who the hell your kid is no more.
My grandmother had 5 sons, right? And and I never knew that being the dad side of the family, grandma was a thing until now, right? I'm learning. My grandmother had 5 sons, right? So that means that every woman that had a baby by her son had their own family. But for some reason, we all met at Sugar Babe's house for Sunday dinner.
What's your grandma's name?
Sugar Babe.
Sugar Babe.
So we all met at her house for Sunday dinner. And when we all got together, we learning who cousins are.
Right.
Sit your asses down. Get at the table. Yeah, you sit next to them. That's Peabody's daughter right there. Yes, it is. And she meant that. She didn't play. And y'all waited. And guess what y'all waited until it was done? Until the men's plate was made. When that man plate was made, then they made your plate as a child. You didn't eat before them. We ate together, but you ain't eat before them. I watched my dad and his brothers, they would line up on Thanksgiving time. My grandmother giving them glass plates and feeding them. And all of my cousins was there. The ones that wasn't by my mom, the ones that wasn't by her daughter, everybody was there.
It was big. I think it was bigger than them feeding the men first. I think just the fact of sitting at a table and eating with somebody, you can find out a lot about what they was doing, whether they say it out their mouth or not.
Yeah.
So when you do that every week with your family, you kind of develop what's going on with your child, what's going on with your spouse,
The kids' table.
or your cousins, or anybody that's there, because it shows at a table. You feel me?
Food
You can
brings
tell if a
conversation.
motherfucker an addict. You can tell if they're drunk.
The
You can tell them if
addicts-
they gluttonous,
the
if they
addicts
talk
get-
too
Hold
much.
on, the addicts get their
Yeah.
plate at the door. Here you go, baby. And you know I'ma still feed you. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
You ever hide
Take
your,
that to
you
go.
ever hide your valuables in the dryer?
In the dryer.
What?
Because that's just where you can hide all your stuff, the pocketbooks, everything go in the dryer. Because you know you got a thief in the family.
Not at grandma's house.
At grandma's house, yes, we
Haitians
did.
Not at
different.
bed. Not
A Haitian
No,
household
it wasn't
is
Haitian.
different.
It wasn't Haitian.
Don't
A
listen.
Haitian household
Use
is
the
different.
bathroom.
Y'all, I know
Haitian.
Pierre say
Use the
something.
It
bathroom.
was
Don't
not
you
a-
go in my
Here
bedroom.
go the disclaimer, y'all. So when you hear Pierre say certain
my
things,
grandma had a back room on Jeffrey Street. She had a back room where she washed clothes at. So everybody just put all their stuff in the dryer. It wasn't no need to. put
that
it
ain't
anywhere
smart.
else. It
That
is.
just means
Who
whoever
gonna
the
turn
thief
the
in the
dryer?
family know to go to the
To
dryer.
dryer, not on
All
the
the licks is
jackpot.
in the dryer.
Oh, shit.
Not she.
Yo, breaking through the
that
back
family
window,
member
all the
didn't know.
values is in the dryer.
That family member didn't know. it was in
I
the
left
dryer.
my
like a
pocketbook
safe.
in the car. Whole time it's in the dryer.
All the
Right?
fucking
Put it back there in the
Yo,
dryer.
We just giving y'all a disclaimer. Pierre is Haitian. They have
'cause we
different
do that.
traditions than everyone else.
The family that
Take
I grew
something
up
that
with.
didn't belong to you at 1241A West 9th Street.
And see
bro.
what happened to you.
My
Was it
Was it
grandma
a
went
security
home.
guard next to the dryer when
It
y'all
had
put
to
everything
be.
It was
in
a
the
back
dryer?
room, so it had a door, so it was you just lock it, and my grandma had the key, so it wasn't couldn't nobody get.
So
back
grandma had access to all the to the safe.
there. Yeah, I mean when they did it, them couple years, nothing went missing. Until
Nothing
people
went
forgot
missing.
about it. Until I started stealing.
Oh my God. He said till he started stealing. What?
And you knew just where
I
to
don't
go.
know.
I knew
We do.
exactly where to go. I'm going to the
You
dryer.
need to bring back family gatherings, family reunions. You need to know who your cousins are, your sisters are, your brothers are. You got the man got different kids by different people all over the place.
Can I
He
invite
need to
all
bring-
5 of my baby moms to dinner?
My dad did it.
Damn, it's a very,
My dad did it. He was a real
I
one.
respect him.
He was a real one.
I do.
And they knew better. Because you don't come in here acting like you better than the next. Y'all all got kids by me. I take care of them all the same. Ain't nobody, nothing different. Nope. And they all came to the house, and they was allowed at my grandma's house, and you going to keep that shit outside if y'all got a problem with one another. And if you got the
did
bigger
your dad
problem, you
ever
got
shoot
to
one
go.
of them, or shoot at one of them, or hit one of them?
I don't know. I wasn't old enough.
I'm just saying it's hard to keep a lot of people in check unless you smack a.
You gotta
Unless you
smack
Wayne
somebody.
Brady a drink one
Somebody
time.
gotta get
No,
it.
but after they got to a certain point in life where they were just co-parenting, like oh, she has her own husband, she got her own man, she might got kids by another man or something like that. They all still were allowed. Even the men were allowed to come. My grandmother had one of those doors that was open for everyone to come in, except for now if you was getting high, you got your plate and your jar of iced tea at the door. Send that to James. Give it to him. Yeah. No, he ain't allowed in here this week. Yeah, it was like that. But it was still like my son, and I say all that to say my son is trying to bring back the family oriented feeling that we once had. We were one of the strongest families in the city, and our family was so strong. But as people started to die, our family became weak, and now our children don't know our children. So he asked me. He said, "Do you know everybody in the family?" And I said, "No, and I don't want to know." And he was like, "Mom, when did you become this?" And I'm like, "When my father died, I became this." And saying that to him, I had to hear myself say it to realize I was wrong, because he now has children who need to know his cousin's children. And if we can get that back, then we won't be so upset about other people chastising our children. Once the family can chastise your children, you will look at your neighbors how you're supposed to look at your neighbors.
Right.
I'm yelling at my neighbors' kids like they mines. They like, Miss Nafati gonna get you. Yes, she is. Now do it again.
But the teacher can't hit them.
But the teacher can't say nothing to them.
See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta
But
get
see,
that
Miss
part back.
Nafati don't play. Note to self, it's Miss Nafati. It's not hey Nafati, it's Miss Nafati. That's the first rule of speaking to an adult. It's Miss or Mister. It's no way you gonna call me by my name. Call me Nafati, baby. How old are you? You didn't earn that. You didn't earn the right to call me by my first name.
So what age do you start that at?
You
Stop
don't.
it at. Stop it at.
You don't. I'm 47 years old. It's still gonna be Miss Beverly. It's still gonna be
No,
Mr.
I'm saying
Lambert.
no. What do you want the kids to call you Miss Nafati?
Forever.
I'm saying what age can they get to where they can say Nafati?
Never.
So somebody 35 years old can't
Still
call
call
you
me
Nafati?
Miss Nafati.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't play that. I am an adult. You are a child. Stay in your place. I call you by a child's name. And in business, I call you by Mr. or Mr. It's a respect thing. You're going to respect me. If you are my children's age, you will forever call me Miss.
Bullshit.
Never bullshit.
You never call me Mr. Hunt.
I would never call you Mr. Hunt.
Oh.
Why not?
Because I'm not. His name is Bro. And then when we're out, I say to the kids, Mr. Kenny. That's
See,
it.
you gave him my first name. These kids ain't supposed to know my first name.
Mr. Hunt?
Why not?
Mr. Hunt.
Well, if they're your students, then it's
Mr.
Mr.
Monster.
Hunt. Mr. Monster, no.
It's Uncle P for me. I don't
But
know
it's still a
nobody's Mr.
respectable handle.
Absolutely.
I called my grandmother's friends. I called their children Aunt Tracy. I called their children Aunt Bonnie. They weren't my aunts, but that's what I was taught. That's aunt or miss. It's not going to be no first name.
Definitely in my
based-
family, when I was younger, all my older cousins, like when I was,
They was the aunts.
they was uncles and aunts.
Yeah.
If you
They
had,
the
if you had
aunties.
a cousin that was like 35 plus and you was 10 years old, that was your uncle.
That was your uncle.
Yeah.
All of my cousins, all of my little cousins, all of my cousins' children called me Aunt Naf. Every last one of them. Tree's kids, Janice's kids, they all call me Aunt Naf. You know why? Because I present myself as an elder. I don't present myself as their friend. I'm not out with them smoking hookah with the babies with the bobbleheads. I'm not doing none of that. I present myself as an adult. At all times, I don't play. I'm sorry. I'm not one of them. Teach them kids that Mr. and Mrs. handle, and we can start there.
Is that our show for the day?
That will be our show for the day.
Can we talk about our sponsors?
We could definitely talk about our sponsors. Who's our sponsors?
Who are our sponsors? We got money?
Our first sponsor we would like to thank is Delaware River Water.
They're-
It's helped design our community to the way it is right now. We like to say rest in peace to Chester Water Authority. Huh? Want to
We
say
getting our water from down. We got a filter system. We got filter systems.
I don't know.
No, we don't know if we got. We just getting it free or charged.
I would like to quote a quote from a great man from our community, an elder, a leader, a deacon. The quote is, "Time's up, chump." Your
He's a
time's
pastor.
up, chump.
I think Dave is a pastor. They're a pastor, not a deacon. They the pastor.
Yeah.
I think that's the pastor.
Yeah, they in
Quoting the
charge of
pastor,
them.
not the deacon.
That's right. That's right. That was my guy.
You got buttons. 16 buttons.
16. You gotta get real money to have 16 buttons. No suits only have a few. That's my guy.
4. We got and triple. That's what I'm talking. Quadruple.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Make sure you tune in again Thursday. What time? Whatever time we start. It'll happen before 9 o'clock.
Thursday is our next show.
Thursday's the next show.
Yeah.
Thursday.
P got something.
If you would like to be a special guest on our show, you will have to reach out to us ahead of the show.
You got to get permission
get
from
permission from
Nafati.
Nafati.
Not from us. You
Why
can
you
call
gotta get
me.
permission from me?
It's your show.
This is your show.
Y'all gonna stop
Inside
saying
your
that.
It
establishment.
is your show. Inside your
We
establishment.
could have did it at the radio station today.
No,
I'm
no, no,
off
no,
today.
no,
hold on,
no,
hold on.
no.
Check
They don't
this out.
serve. They don't
I'm
serve
part
this
of
type
the
of breakfast at the
business.
radio station.
So real quick, Nafati, this has always been your show.
It's your show.
From the beginning of the radio station.
Oh, I ain't hear that
Right.
part. I don't know this man. I don't know what drugs Pierre take in the morning time.
Okay, all right. So if anybody remembers, when the radio station first started, what did I ask for? I asked for a woman that could come to the radio station and hold people accountable. You remember that now? And you jumped on it. You and Treese. both came there, right?
But we was talking about the structure of the home and the male leaving. It wasn't holding people accountable at that point. We was just talking about
I
the
know
man.
damn well
being in
the show wasn't called the Non-Fatigue Show in the
It was
beginning.
never.
It was never.
It was less talk.
We didn't even have a key to get in the
So-
building. Your
I
motherfucking
don't
ass had us standing out in front of the station.
Who had y'all waiting outside?
It could have been Non-Fatigue Show if we stand in the hallway waiting to get in.
for 2 years.
Be accountable, man. You need to learn to be accountable. Accountability, man. That's your word for the week.
You know what I want. You know what I want for black people to do. I want you to stop using words that you just realize
No,
that it's
you
a
have
word.
to take
You
Accountability,
need to take-
narcissism, all these words that don't nobody know the definition of.
No,
that everybody want to say Pierre don't have no
Demure.
accountability.
What is it?
Demure.
And
What's
what,
that?
what's
Demure.
diabolical? Oh my God!
Diabolical.
All these-
Please stop using
All of these
diabolical.
new words that y'all
They
just
gotta
figured
stop.
out.
I've been using
Yeah,
diabolical. I've been using diabolical for no reason.
They gotta stop. Yeah, that was diabolical. What?
Somebody used the bathroom the other day in the gallery. I was like, whatever he did in there was diabolical.
Narcissistic. Yeah, stop.
Because I'm narcissistic.
You are a narcissist.
I'm not a
Yes,
narcissist.
you're 100% a narcissist.
How? Okay, all right. Explain how I'm a narcissist.
You are a narcissist. We can talk about it off air.
No, let's talk about it on air. I don't have no problem with that.
I pray to be a narcissist one day.
You probably are a narcissist too.
I want to be.
So,
Chick-fil-A
are you
style
not a narcissist?
No,
How are you not a
because
narcissist?
I don't want people to think that I did them wrong and it's okay. It's their fault.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's
I
their
thought-
fault that I did them wrong. It's your fault that I acted the way I acted. No, I
It's
don't
not
want people.
narcissistic.
That is a narcissistic
No, it's
behavior.
not.
I think you might be taking that term different. Let's just find it.
Anyway,
Go ahead, look it up. I don't want you to think that what you did is your fault.
would it be
What I did is your fault.
so? You don't think it's half of nobody's fault that it happened to?
No, it's
That they
you.
stayed
The way
in a
you react
situation
to a
and allowed it to
situation
happen?
is is you. That manipulation, you are a very manipulative, narcissistic person.
Me?
Well, this one definition that I looked up says having an excessive or erotic interest in oneself and one's physical appearance.
That's the narcissistic that I always thought. But see, we grab
And what's
new
the-
new
go
meanings.
ahead.
Go ahead, read the rest of it. We
How
grab
do you
new
define
meanings.
a narcissistic person? You can read that because my eyes.
Let me take my glasses off.
Yeah, take your glasses off.
It went away.
You be giving definitions to words.
Don't let Pierre read it. We'll be here all morning.
I can't see. So.
I can't see.
Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonable high sense of their own importance. They need to seek
say I
too
blame
much
other
attention.
people.
You do blame other people for how you treat them.
So you. So
I
that's,
wouldn't have did that if you didn't do this, bro.
that's cause and reaction.
They lack
cause
the
and effect.
ability to understand or care for the feelings of others.
You think I lack the ability to care? How?
You care more about how you feel about it than you do about them.
About a situation that affects me, I'm supposed to care.
It affects them first. You did it, you made it happen, and now you're making yourself to be the victim, bro. You are narcissistic. It's okay. You are a narcissist.
I didn't see that as
I
a
didn't see that part coming, but it was there.
Oh, it's there.
It was there.
It was
You
there?
are-
It was
it's
there.
okay to be a narcissist.
Where's
Just
it?
own your shit. It's there. I'm ready
It was
to
there.
get the definition.
I can pull it back up for you again. It's right there.
Yeah,
I don't-
you care more about how you feel about them feeling bad than how they feel about them feeling bad. It's okay to do
How
that.
are you supposed to care about two people? So you're telling me
How are you supposed to care about two people?
It's
No,
pretty
you're
easy.
supposed to understand that you hurt their feelings, and now you can't come back and say, "Oh man, I was thinking that." It can't be about you. It has to be about them. Yes, I've seen you do it. So being a narcissist is okay. Just own it. I'm
do.
a narcissist. I'm working on it.
and you
That's
think I
it.
don't own it?
You don't. You just said you're not a narcissist.
Because I'm not as far as everybody else's definitions. Everybody else's definitions be crazy.
He just did
You
that
see
same
that-
thing
that
to me
eye
earlier at
part.
the table. That thing, yeah.
Bro, it's okay to be a narcissist. It's okay to be.
It's okay to accept accountability
Yeah,
for certain things.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
See, you don't get mad at us.
Don't say us. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You ain't got nothing to do with that.
For real. If
No,
people
I'm not.
don't want to
Listen,
admit
listen,
that
listen.
they are.
I ain't got
They
no-
have narcissistic behaviors. Everybody has some selfishness inside of them, and they want their self to be more important than the actual thing. It's no way in the world you could tell me that I made you sad and then I use it to my advantage. I made you sad. Well, if you didn't wear that red shirt, I wouldn't have never said what I said, and then you wouldn't be sad. What? You no.
I think we were supposed to be ending the show, and then it went on to the extended version.
Yeah, because he didn't want to take accountability for leaving us in the hallway.
Nope,
That was
he
his
didn't.
show.
Why is
That
it-
was his show.
why is it-
That was his
Now it's a
narcissistic way
novelty
of
show.
owning the show, right?
How was that my narcissistic way of owning the
it-
show
it-
being
it's
late?
not going to happen. Not being late
Check this out. Check this out. How long have we been doing this show?
for a long time.
Can you do this?
Long time.
No.
Yeah, because,
Why not?
Because you ain't let us
You didn't ever teach us either.
all these years.
Oh,
You didn't.
so is that not narcissistic? What you just said?
What? No.
You not owning accountability that you never asked to learn or never gave me time to teach you?
Listen.
After the show was over,
We
you
need
would just
to have
leave.
the rest of this show after the show because we just get too deep.
It's
Right.
because now
That's
you
cool.
want to point fingers at
I'm not pointing
narcissism is higher than
fingers.
the other. Like
I'm
what?
not, because you said it was narcissistic.
You left us in the hallway, bro,
ain't
and
be
told
on
me
the
he had a headache.
You couldn't even
It
just
was a
take
blessing.
accountability for leaving us in the hallway.
When did I leave you in the hallway?
All the time.
all the time.
I gave y'all a key.
No, you didn't.
Nah, for T, I ain't never give you a key to the station.
We
Nah,
got-
for T,
we
I ain't
got
never
a-
give you a key
We
fob.
got a key after 2 years, bro.
It wasn't after no 2 years.
Call Skinny T. Where's Timothy?
How long?
Call Skinny T.
Y'all was doing the show without me after the first year.
No, we
When
weren't.
we moved into the
what
other room.
happens is
All right, anyway.
when you try to put new edition back together, sometimes Ralph
got-
Tresvant
Thank you,
pulls
Bear.
the
I
sensitivity
appreciate it.
card.
I just be that way.
What you say?
We all are. We all are.
Everybody has a narcissistic trait inside of them.
Okay.
Everybody had, but for real, y'all at the minimum to say these words, learn how to say them properly, and learn the true definition of them, so y'all can stop using it in sentences online. And you gotta be like, huh? Like, come on,
Yeah, because my character is too demure for this
demure.
this type of attitudes.
Yes, like I am not a demure person. I don't want them to feel like that. Nothing about me says that I am dainty, proper.
And then you
none
can
of
come
that,
up the Nerd's
right?
Kitchen where they have pancakes that are diabolical.
Use it in a sentence. Can I definition, please? Can I get the definition of diabolical?
The Joker.
The Joker.
That was my definition.
That was your definition of diabolical?
Can you spell it?
Joker.
I think you were talking about diabolical.
I'm just saying. But
I can't spell nothing.
everybody. Yeah. Oh.
I can't spell nothing.
You can't spell diabolical?
Nah, I
think
tried to
can
spell grief. I
diabolical.
tried to spell grief yesterday. I couldn't even spell that
All right,
right.
look it up. Come on, because if I spell this wrong, this is bad.
DIABIOI.
B-I-O.
Ho.
Diabolical.
B is it
B-O.
B-A-L-I-C-A-L?
L-I-C.
I don't know.
Yeah, that.
I mean, y'all got two phones. I don't have mine.
DIA. Bolical.
O or A.
B-O-L.
Yeah, you said it right now, Fatih. Woo. Glad one of us knows how to spell.
How you spell it?
Diabolical.
Yeah.
Woo. Glad one of us know how to spell.
He said D-I-A.
I started going down-
Read them court documents.
Like, what are
I
you
started
doing?
going down a whole nother road now.
Yeah, you was.
I need you to go get checked. I'm so serious.
Why you
Here
keep
we
telling
are
me it has nothing to do
We
with my
have to-
health?
yes, it
It
does.
doesn't. It
It
doesn't. It
does.
has everything to do with stress and
So,
building.
do you read outside of, like, on your downtime? Do you read?
I don't have no downtime.
I refresh myself. You do have downtime.
don't.
I refresh myself, like, mentally. I mentally stimulate my brain to want to learn something new. So I read every night.
I don't have downtime.
You don't have downtime.
I need to go to sleep.
I
Me
read.
too.
I be reading on my TV.
That's my downtime. I'm sleeping.
You read on your TV?
Yeah.
You got the
What I do is when I
app.
watch like Cinemax After Dark, I put the caption on and turn off the volume. Tell me I don't read.
Not said it said what it said.
Cinemax after. So you
It
watching?
only said
You watching porn?
That's all he hears. He can spell that.
Help you spell out syllables.
Ooh,
Ooh, baby.
this boy is crazy.
Ooh, baby.
All four letter words. Yeah, I don't know, but we gotta. So in a recap, let's get our community back to what it once was. Let's understand that everybody is not trying to hurt your children. Some people just want to see the best in them. Let's hold these teachers accountable and stop cutting them some slack. They can't be cut so much slack. I understand they're not making enough money, but we can fight for them to make more money if they're 100% doing their job. And I gotta go do payroll.
All right. CMPRadio.net, man. This was the
boy called
morning
me Mama
meeting.
Day. I'm a snap.
And we are so appreciative of our viewers and our sponsors. Again, catch us next Thursday. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Oh man. Oh, I gotta do payroll.